Hey, it's Chuck. If you ever watched a piece of your family history disappear and had no idea why no one talked about it, then this one's for you. Let's dive into it. Yesterday, I talked about historical trauma as a framework. It's the biological through line connecting generations who survived massive group harm. And today, I want to show you exactly where one piece of that harm was manufactured by design. Dr. Brenda Child, Northrop Professor of American Studies at the University of Minnesota and a citizen of the Red Lake Ojibwe tribe, spent years going through the actual letters written between families and boarding school officials in the early 20th century. Those letters were full of details of parents pleading to see their own children and officials just flat out refusing. Dr. Child's research documented corporal punishment as standard practice, and children who ran away or spoke their own language, they got locked in buildings built specifically for that purpose on campus. These schools operated on a strict policy of forced assimilation, and the fastest way to sever a child from their family and their culture was to take one thing that carried it. And so a child who was punished for speaking the only language that their grandmother spoke to them wasn't being disciplined. They were being cut on purpose from the exact thread that connected them to everyone who ever loved them. Dr. Denise Lajimodiere, author of Stringing Rosaries and president of the National Native American Boarding School Healing Coalition, has spent her career collecting survivor testimony directly from the people who lived through it. She found a pattern almost every survivor described independently. Punishment for language wasn't rare or occasional. It was constant enough that the survivors, decades later, still remembered the specific words that got them beaten. When you have a generation that was raised to associate their own language with pain, they don't just lose the language. They learn on a body level that that visible cultural identity is dangerous. Many of the survivors became parents who never taught their own children the language because the lesson of what doing so meant had been taught early and it never fully let go. Silence became protection. It just came at the cost of everything that silence was protecting them from passing on. And that's why historical trauma isn't an abstraction. It's a direct line. A policy in a building over 100 years ago is the reason that a language nearly went silent. And the reason a grandchild today might not even know a single word that their own great grandmother was punished for speaking. I'm Chuck, the bald therapist. Work on you. Take no bullshit from colonizers, from revisionists, or anyone else who's trying to erase you and your family tree from the landscape it grew upon. Remember that you matter, and have a gentle rest of your day.